I know something else that's atrocious. Cheryl, you said to me earlier that the internet police are at it again.
You can't control the internet. I'm sorry. Believe me, if we could figure out, if corporations can't figure out how to do it, if you can't, I mean, give me a break. You can't control the internet, and you can't stop free speech, and that's exactly what this is. This is just a big attempt to stomp down on free speech so that only the messages that she wants to have out there make it onto the web. But, you know, good luck. You can't, I'm sorry. There's not even a program or an algorithm out there that's going to help with this. So, and believe me, if companies can't do it, I'm pretty sure the government can't do it either.
And Rob, part of what we were talking about yesterday is the fact that, you know, Kamala herself to be selected as the head of this is a bit rich, coming from someone that a lot of victims advocates have argued for years throughout her entire career that she hasn't done enough, that she simply paid lip service to those survivors of domestic abuse or violence, and including and especially online harassment. She's one of the largest recipients of Silicon Valley money, and so it seems a bit hypocritical, and people don't have high expectations for her, the veracity behind her comments of 3 out of 4 women report being abused and the like.
Well, look, not at all. It's obviously lip service. And look, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper here, okay? So they're talking a lot about protecting marginalized communities, right, from online harassment. That is, I don't think that's the case, because everybody that's sitting on this couch has been the victim of this sort of targeted harassment. And I'm pretty sure that they would not care about us because we don't align with their politics. What this is all about, and this is the scary thing that's going on, think about the disinformation. Think about a government-funded organization that is funded by the taxpayer dollars of everybody sitting on this couch and everybody that is watching, that is empowering this administration to claim what is or is not disinformation. So what this is sort of a stealth attack on the free press. We see them using YouTube to censor things. We see the New York Post and Twitter being censored with the Hunter Biden story. So that is the scariest thing about all of this right now, is this government organization that is going to be used to attack the press, that is reporting things that they don't want reported. And I will be, by the way, saying the same thing if there were Republicans behind this, which I don't think there would ever be.
No. And Julie, taking this out like a little broader to that. So in Vice President Kamala Harris's opening remarks about this, she said in part, nearly 1 in 4 Asian Americans report being called an offensive name. And she was listing the litany of her data. Why does she care so much in the online community? And yet when, for example, the Asian American Bar Association that has lobbied the administration to please change the bail reform because they are being disproportionately physically harmed in droves, does it fall on deaf ears?
No, that's a really great point. And it's not just the Asian community, it's all minorities in this country. And Kamala Harris should know better. She is a minority herself. And not only that, the fact that they would assign her this after she failed to come up with the root cause of the illegal immigration crisis on the border. So she stunk at that. So now they're going to give her something else, which, by the way, this whole disinformation board thing was a flop from the very beginning. I mean, even the White House admitted, okay, this didn't make sense. And as far as their White House press secretary, I think at some point they need to clue her in, because every single time she steps up to that podium, she's like, I'm going to have to talk to the team. I'm going to have to talk to the team. She's going to go to the team and be like, we actually don't know what to tell you, so we're just going to hang you out there to dry because we really don't have any answers.
I feel like she needs the IFB like we have, so she can just communicate in real time to the team.
Cheating.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're paying for, though, right? That we're paying these guys salaries. So, Kaylee, another thing that the Vice President talked about, she said, we're particularly focused on online activities of illegal conduct, such as cyber stalking or non-consensual distribution of intimate images or targeted harassment. What about the non-consensual and illegal distribution of people's home addresses, of Supreme Court justices, of that targeted harassment physically on their property? So again, this is another example of the hypocrisy where she seems to care so deeply only in words.
And remember, they told these protesters to go to the justices' homes. They encouraged that from the podium. Interesting point, Stephen Nelson of the New York Post, he was who was questioning the press secretary. He brought out a really interesting point of all this. It's in part going to focus on individuals who are public and political figures, government and civic leaders. So is this a pet project for Kamala, who maybe has beef with what people are saying about her, or Nina Jankowicz, or, I don't know, Taylor Lorenz, the girl who cried, although she doxed someone herself? Is this a pet project for public figures? Because I hate to say it, that comes with the territory. It's terrible. We've all, as you said, Rob, been attacked on this couch. But if they want to start somewhere, maybe start with Kyle Rittenhouse, who Biden called a white supremacist in his ad. Maybe start with the Border Patrol agents, who you said whip people. They did not, but you're still going to punish them because the president said they must be punished for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Or the Georgia law that you guys compared us all to segregationists, and it turns out voter turnout was up. They can start in a lot of places, and it should be with a mirror.
Perfectly said. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.